in the F1 2021 game, can you make the cars porpoise like a 2022 car? Well, that was going to be my original idea. I started planning this a couple of weeks ago. But then I saw this tweet on Twitter from Lucas Designs, who looked like he had actually managed it and he already had a mod ready and working. So this video was originally going to be, well, let's see if we can do it. But then I thought, well, actually, if Lucas has already done it, I'll message him and see if he doesn't mind me trying this mod. And that is what I've done, and he doesn't mind me trying the mod. So today, we're going to be trying Lucas Designs' porpoising mod for the F1 2021 game. But we've seen that it is possible. So this video is now going to be more about just trying it and see what it's like to drive a porpoising car. Although it would be the 2021 cars, it would still be a porpoising car. So let's see how it handles, and let's see. I mean, luckily, obviously, we've not got a motion rig, so it's not going to be like George Russell, going to have a bad back or anything. But still, I want to see how it handles, and particularly at Imola, because in Turn 1, Mercedes were really struggling. And you saw Lewis Hamilton just not able to get past it on, because he was porpoising so much in the straights. So first we'll try the Mercedes, and then we'll try some different cars as well to see how Lucas has set up the mod on different cars. So let's jump in straight away then. Imola, Mercedes, porpoising. Right, here we go then. Going out on track for the first time. Obviously not controlled by me at the moment. Now, it looked like, I mean, I literally seen a couple of seconds of video clip from Lucas's tweet, but it looked like it only porpoises at high speed. So let's find out. Default setup for now. Not much porpoising there, to be fair. Maybe it's only very high speeds porpoises. Oh, it doesn't slow down very well, that's for sure. I'm not too sure exactly what this mod sort of entails, to be honest with you. Whether it's a sort of supposed to be the full 2021 car, 2022 cars, sorry, or whether it's just porpoising. Right, let's put up some speed here. No porp. Oh, no, there's the porpoise. Oh, my God. I can't really see. Goes DRS. DRS hasn't really helped. I can't really see. That's in T-Cam. Oh my God, that was particularly high speed only though, interestingly. So I wonder if we could perhaps tweak it to be a bit lower speed. But to be fair, it was only really in the straight they were porpoising, so it was fine the whole way around the lap as it is here. Look, no worries all the way around the lap. That's what we see in real life Mercedes. The Ferrari, of course, has porpoise as well, so we'll try that in a minute. It's definitely a bit slower through the corners. Now, what I noticed from the mod files, I had a little peek to see what he's done under the hood, as I always do, because I like doing mods myself as well. He's increased the weight of the cars, which is what I'm feeling through here. It's really slow. But he's increased also the maximum permissible downforce of the car. So, in theory, oh God, so much understeer. In theory, in the straights, it should be able to peak out a bit more on the downforce. So it really will be able to push it down. And then the other thing is, of course, into the game already, which is why I thought it was possible, is that they already have the floor can bottom out. And when the floor bottoms out, just like in real life, it stalls and you reduce downforce. So actually, it's not a mod that's tweaked how the game works. This is very much just tweaking the parameters that get fed into the game. And the porpoising is actually essentially completely built into the game. Now, as you saw there, no porpoising for any other part of the lap, which is right. Now, I'm not going to open DRS this time. What sort of speed do you start porpoising at? 270, 280. I feel like maybe about now they start porpoising in real life. There's a little bit more. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Oh, there it is. There's the porpoising. And honestly, that's ridiculous. I can barely see. Oh my God. That unfortunately won't be that good for you guys in real life because, not in real life, sorry. Obviously, we had it in real life. For you guys on YouTube, because of the bit rate won't be great. So it probably just look like a blur to you. But it pretty much also looks like a blur to me, don't worry. I can't see much more than you can see, despite the fact that I haven't got any bitrate issues. Now, what we're going to try now, of course, is Cockpit Cam. Now, I don't know what this... Oh, God, I've braked far too late. Oh, my God. Now, I don't know what this is going to be like. But I suspect this is not going to be the best. This might be worse. I mean, in theory, the way I have my T-Cam set up anyway is a very static camera. It's very locked to the car, so there's no softening. And yeah, again, look at that. You can see the front suspension doing absolute bits as well. Chassis DRS definitely makes it worse. Definitely makes it worse. You have to brake and wait for your, not only the car to stop porpoising, but your vision to recover as well. Because your vision's, I can't even, how do they drive these cars in real life? Like, I don't know if the oscillation rate is the same in real life as it is in the game. And obviously, the visuals in the game are not really the same as real life. You know, your head will, to some extent, soften the bouncing. That is utterly ridiculous, the amount that porpoises. It actually just looks bad in the replay cam. Clearly the replay doesn't work at the same physics rate. Because that bouncing is not nearly as bad. Not nearly as bad. You can see it there off board. Rattling around. Look at that. I mean, that's not how it looks, of course, in real life, really. That's sort of going almost tipping front to back, isn't it? Whereas real life, you can just see it literally just bouncing up down, particularly at the rear. That's tipping front to back, which is interesting how it's different. I'll tell you what I'm going to do now is I'm going to restart and I'm going to go chase cam. to see. I'm not going to drive very well at chase cam, but I'm going to go chase cam here so we can see it, because I'm pretty sure there in that replay it was definitely porpoising less. So I reckon perhaps in the replay viewer in F1 the physics system perhaps doesn't work at as high a rate as it does when you drive it, which I guess would make sense. It doesn't quite. Oh, it did porpoise a little bit then. It did porpoise a little bit at the end of that straight. Don't think we were seeing that in real life, were we? So maybe he has got the porpoising rate about right as Lucas designs. Don't forget to check him out down in the description, by the way. And this mod will be coming very, very soon, hopefully, that you guys can try. So opening DRS for now. As it starts, it's almost there. So before start scraping, there we go, there it is. So shut DRS should make it worse. It's weird because the camera's so locked to the car, you can't the actual car just stays still, and it's just the camera that wobbles because they've got the camera hard locked to the car. So it's actually the background that moves, not the car, oddly, in this camera, because of the way the camera works. that's kind of weird. Let's just try it one more time in offset again. You do get a little bit of porpoising for that call. I don't think that was happening in real life. It's only at the very high end that they get porpoising, because the downforce builds to the extent that it does push the floor into the ground, and that's when it suddenly stalls and lifts back up again, which again is exactly what happens in this year's game, or in last year's game. And there you go. They're very similar. I can't really see a lot ahead, and that must be kind of what it's like in real life. You have to kind of brake and let the porpoising settle down, not only to rebuild downforce, but also to actually let your eyes go, oh, I can see now, and I can concentrate. Whereas you bounce around down the straights, it's not, you can't concentrate really. Let's go again. I want to do one more thing before we try the Ferrari to see if that's any different in Lucas's mod. I want to try and see the turning at porpoising speeds. Oh god. I mean, to be clear, the teams wouldn't set the cars up so that they porpoise through corners. It would be disastrous in real life. So let's just build up to porpoising speed. But before we do that, yeah. Oh, a little bit slightly actual direction change, but nice and solid. Okay, build up to porpoising speed. There's porpoising speed. I can't see, it doesn't actually seem to really affect the downforce that much, interestingly. I thought I might be sliding everywhere as I was porpoising there, but it didn't seem to be, interestingly. So maybe it doesn't affect the downforce as much as I perhaps thought. I guess because it's porpoising so much at such a rate, it's actually got downforce like 80% of the time. The way it works, of course, is very different to real life. So anyway, let's jump on with the Ferrari now to see if that's any different. Now, obviously, in real life, we have the Ferrari that's... where's the Ferrari? Here it is. In real life, of course, not only is the Ferrari a lot faster than it was in the 2021 season, but also it does porpoise in a very similar way to the Mercedes, but it porpoises at a lot slower rate. If you notice, the Mercedes is really juddering everywhere, and it's really violent porpoising. The Ferrari does porpoise, but it's a much more gradual up and down bounce. We'll see here if it's any different in Lucas's mod here. But just to finish what I was saying before, this is completely built into the game. They introduced it last year for the most modern game, the 2021 F1 game, for it to bottom out. So it actually calculates the floor downforce now. Previously, it was a static number that built with speed still, but it was still a static number. Now it actually calculates it. So if the floor does bottom out, you do lose downforce, which is why the porpoising effect is possible in this year's game. Right, here we go. They're building up the speed in the Ferrari. Is it any different? No, I don't. That looks more violent, if anything. Oh my god, I just can't. There you go. I eventually was able to see, and I managed to get it stopped. Just before we round out the video, I'm just going to try a setup tweak. I'm really just testing it. I'm just playing now. You're along for the ride of me just playing with it. So, in real life, to fix it, what they do is they raise the ride height. So if we raise the rear ride height all the way up to 11, just do that. Just raise the ride height up to 11. Will that be enough to keep it far away enough from the ground so that it can't hit the ground? That's what they have to do in real life to stop it. But of course, there's only so much they can do in terms of that, because I think you, particularly in 2022 season, you just lose downforce with the rear of the car higher up, because you want it as close to the ground as possible, because the floor actually acts as part of the tunnel underneath the car. So the floor acts as the other half of the downforce generating surface. Okay, so no porpoising yet. No porpoising yet. No. None. Or a little tiny bit. A little tiny bit. Oh god, I'm too late. I've got to grasp it. But you can see I was so much more confident there to brake late because I could actually see. So again, this game, I like that the 2021 game is like that, because also it's quite handy that they happen to have introduced that the year before 2022. Now, I'm not sure F1 22 will feature porpoising. You know, it's supposed to be a mainstream accessible game. I don't think it'll feature porpoising, but it may well do. But it shows the physics system, even in the 2021 game, is capable of porpoising. Interesting. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I tell you what, that was difficult to drive as well. I tell you what, just before we run out the video, let's do something fun. Let's do the opposite of that. Let's really lower the suspension. Very soft suspension. And as low as possible. Right? So we now lower the car as much as possible. And we've softened the suspension as much as possible, which should mean it compresses more up to the point of the bump stops. There's bump stops, which is the limit of how far the suspension will travel. But it should mean it compresses easier, so it happens at lower speed. In theory, there it is. There it is. That's some proper porpoising. Oh, my word. Okay. Now, this is, of course, what Mercedes are having to avoid doing right now. Despite the fact there's more performance to be gained by lowering the car further to the ground, if they do it too much, it will start to porpoise earlier. Not porpoising that much earlier, but it is definitely porpoising more. Oh, my. Look at the speed as well. Bottoming out too much, the speed struggling. Can't really see. There you go. Okay. No porpoising through here. That's fine. That's because of the very soft suspension. The setup's not actually very good. Porpoising for this corner. Yeah, there you go. You see, you can't have that. Because then then you're going to be slow into that corner. You see what I mean? They have to tune the downforce or the ride height more. And the downforce as well. Because, of course, it's the downforce that pushes the ride height down to the point that it porpoises. But are we going to get it as well just for this corner? We might just about do. It's about 280k it kicks in by looks of it. Yeah, a little bit there again, just as we get to the corner. You don't want that in real life. Look how wide I've gone. You don't want that in real life. You can't have that in real life. Through here as well? No, not quite through there. It just started to porpoise, but we just hit the brakes before it really porpoised properly. Might do it a little bit as well, just for this corner maybe. Not quite right on the limit there. So you can see what the team's having to do in real life. They're really having to tune the cars to get to the point when it porpoises only in the straights where it doesn't matter so much, and you can hopefully drivers can live with it, because like if it does that at multiple times in the lap, you've got no chance. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. As I said, it's originally a video of me creating the mod, but thank you so much to Lucas Designs for providing the mod. Don't forget to check him out down in the description. I believe his mod is coming very soon. His mod's not here just yet. This is kind of a work in progress that he's given me here. So hopefully his mod will be released very, very soon. Do check him out on Twitter down in the description. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Bye-bye.